Well, it's that time again. Time for the weekly update. So, let's get to it, shall we? I'm sure you've noticed new motors are in and installed. I haven't done the wiring just yet, which is basically the motor wiring is just going to right here. And then, obviously, this is going to come off to the panel. But, getting ahead of myself, I got this one all done, and I got this one all done and installed. So now the x-axis is complete. You probably noticed that this is a different color than the other side, and you are correct. I ran out of PLA. Nothing I can do. Here's what it is. They are not going to stay plastic. I have pulled and pushed and done what I can, and this does not budge. So I'm actually very confident in this setup for plasma and wood router. If I start cutting steel on it, obviously I'll be concerned. But for what I'm going to use this for, this is more than fine for now. Anyway, moving on. So x-axis complete. The z-axis, now I shouldn't say I kept, but I'm using the small NEMA 23 with the dual output shaft. And the reason for this is I wanted to have some adjustability for when I'm using the plasma torch. If I have a piece of sheet metal in here and I just want to make a quick adjustment, I wanted to be able to do it quickly. Whether or not I keep this setup is, the question. I don't know. We will see what happens when I get, 1.5 kilowatt or 2 kilowatt spindle, and I'll see how it works with this motor. I have a sneaky feeling I'm going to be upgrading this, but whatever, is what it is. This is the mount I made for the plasma cutter. It's basic, nothing too fancy. Let me show you how it works. To be fair, I did tell you it's pretty basic. That's it. Plasma gun hold goes in here. This tightens down to lock it into place. And then, as you can see, plasma's on the bottom coming out. Nothing fancy. Does the trick. I can take it off real easy. Like I said, it's rock solid, not going anywhere. It doesn't flex, doesn't move. I'm happy with it. I installed a e-stop right here on the front. Not sure yet about a power button. I'm thinking about a power button up here, but at the same time, I don't know. I might just keep it in the back on the main panel with all the other electronics. And the last but not least is the y-axis, and unfortunately the new motor shaft is much longer than the old one. So, of course, the motor mount wasn't thick enough. So I'm either going to have to cut this shaft down on the motor, or I'm going to have to make a bigger, thicker mount. So this comes out another 1/4 inch. I will probably end up just cutting the shaft on this motor. It's probably going to be the easiest, and I really don't feel like remaking this out of steel, or just making another piece and shoving it in there. I don't know. I really don't know at this point. I've got so much time on this thing. I really like to just get this thing done so I can start using it. The electronics, I'm not sure if I've shown this yet, but I've put in these connectors on all of the spots for the motor. And I'm going to have the panel back here, which again is probably where I'll keep the power switch. So I have everything lined up to run back here to the panel, so it should stay somewhat neat, hopefully. And I also have some 2x8, or no, 2x10 pressure treated wood outside that I'm going to cut into strips for tabletop for when I'm using it as a wood router. I figured I can, when I have the spindle, I can put on a 1-inch or a 2-inch bit and just have it plane its surface that I'll be using, and then that surface will be level, and then I could use that surface as the table for the wood router. And then when I want to switch back to the plasma table, I can just pop off the wood, and these will be underneath ready to go. So that's basically it. This fix right here is, and actually this won't take very long. I'm going on vacation, which is why I'm not fixing it right now, and I'm uploading this video. So you're just gonna have to take my word for it that I'm gonna fix it. But the next video that I upload should be of a working machine. You should see this thing in action. Now, the power supply that I ordered is a 48-volt power supply. It's coming in, I don't know, I want to say a week and a half. At this point, I don't trust shipping times because I've been lied to so much. Who knows? But week and a half is basically the gist that I got. But that's it. Once I get this done, I'm going to strip it all off again, sand it down, paint it, then put it all back together, get everything bolted tight, and then get the electronics tied up. There is one more thing I need to do. I'm not in a hurry to do, but I know I should, and that's put these little bad boys on. I'm going to do it. When I do it's the question. See what happens. But that's it for this video. I've got a little bit of machining that I'm going to put at the end. Nothing major. Just making the last spacer bracket for the other side. And just some miscellaneous stuff. Nothing too serious. So next video, guys, should be the last. Now, I don't know if it's going to be next weekend because, unfortunately, like I said, I'm going on vacation for a week. And not just that, but taking this whole thing apart, painting it, putting it all back together, and basically making sure everything is fastened completely is going to take a good bit of time. Because even now, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but these rails are only held on by a couple of screws on each side. So I have to go through and I've got to put more screws in here, and I still have to do the ones on here. If you remember correctly, I only drilled the holes on the inside. I still have to do the holes on the outside of this plate. So I still have my work cut out for me, and there is still quite a bit to do. But X, Y, and Z is complete. So I am happy about that. And we have made some progress with the electronics. So next video you'll see this machine up and running. All right, guys. I hope everyone's doing well, and I'll catch you later. Using my 3-inch roughing mill I got it mostly contained.